Apatani women wind their way through the farms and fields of the Lower Subansiri district of Arunachal Pradesh, carrying baskets full of rice. With the bride's basket topped with bamboo shoots and a pair of eggs, they find their way to the house of the groom to whom their village relative is getting married. All this is a part of a fertility ritual that dates back to ancient times. While the bride's mother brings up the rear, the bride herself leads the marchers. Nestled in India's northeast lies the little-known state of Arunachal Pradesh. Tribal communities with primarily Buddhist and animist faiths, myriad dialects and unique cultural practices make Arunachal Pradesh a fascinating and little-known part of India. Such spiritual rituals occur during many phases of a typical Apatani wedding ceremony and celebration. On reaching the groom's house, the rice is offloaded into the family granary at the edge of the village by the groom's relatives. The rice has not been dehusked and remains farm fresh. Meanwhile, as the village women leave, they are given a token of appreciation for their hard work by the groom's family members. Each is given 20 Indian rupees in the form of crisp 10 rupee notes. As they are exhausted after a long early morning trek from the neighbouring village, on the way out they are also given a series of snacks. First comes a cup of tea and then a packet of boiled mithun meat. The mithun is a variety of Arunachali cow. Next comes a strip of seasoned, dried pork, often many years old, as this is the tradition in the village of Ziro, followed by a boiled egg in the shell. Next, the granary is sealed, but not before some more ceremonies are carried out. The bride brings in rice powder and holy water, which are the essential ingredients for the wedding ceremony. The village elder who oversees the wedding ceremony brings in some chickens, which are then sacrificed as part of the wedding rituals. In all, some 70 to 80 chickens are sacrificed in different homes and locations of the groom's family. Next, the blood of the chickens is sprinkled on the doorways of the granary, followed by the principal household where the young couple will stay, as this is said to bring good luck to the families living inside. The priests and elders within a village generally carry out such chicken sacrifices, but anyone is welcome to participate. Even as the village elder who carried out the chicken ceremony carries the sacrificed chickens to the couple's new home, the bride distributes holy water and rice powder to the houses of all her neighbors in the village. Next, the women, young and old, are each given a bottle of whiskey, curiously tied with a string and worn around the neck as a pendant, so as not to have to worry about it when taking part in the community dance that follows. Then comes the big afternoon feast, the first in a series of feasts that take place over several days. The rice bowl of central Arunachal around the village of Ziro is home to these Apatanis, the main Tanii tribe. These tribes practice an animist religion called Danyi-Piilo, believing in the sun and the moon. After the feast, a recycling garbage collector comes to buy all the used bottles of alcohol to reuse and recycle them. Clearly, the Apatanis were into good resource management long before the rest of Asia. Lastly, small structures are created out of bamboo, eggshells and chicken feathers in honor of the marriage. They are hung in front of the houses and along village paths to bring good fortune to the newlyweds and their families. When carrying out further sacrifices, Apatanis make sure to read their fortunes in the tiny chicken livers. Though the chicken is killed in devotion to Danyi-Piilo, most of its parts are used or consumed after the sacrifice. The ritual sacrifice of a pig also occurs to celebrate a marriage. It is cooked over a fire a day in advance of the final day of the multi-day feast. Chunks of the pig's meat are first laid out to dry and then cut and roasted directly over the open fire while parts are boiled. Pork forms an integral part of the Apatani diet, and the older the pork, the better, as many families preserve vintage pork not only for future consumption but also as a sort of currency for gifting at important festivals such as MYOKO, which takes place in spring. Pork is thus obviously the central part of any feast and is eaten accompanied by bamboo and boiled rice. No spices or oil are used in the cooking apart from salt and the natural fat of the pork. To complete the celebration, the Apatanis drink locally brewed rice beer known as apong. A distinctive feature of this tribe is seen in its women, who sport traditional tattoos and nose plugs made of cane. The tattoo on the chin is meant to mimic a beard, and the practice is believed to have started to make the Apatani women less attractive to invading men from tribes across the border. Beads are also a major visual identification tool, as the Apatanis often wear certain light blue ceramic beads that resemble turquoise.